Hello, our loves. Are you in a twin flame connection? Are you pushing your twin and they are running? Or maybe they've completely disappeared. Why does it feel like it's so out of this world amazing with your person, and then suddenly there's just this push and pull dance that goes on? That's because this is an energetic connection. Stop pushing and learn how to draw them in, get them to stop running, and balance your energy. We help clients balance this energetic connection every day by teaching them how to bring their person in and balance their energy. Watch this video and see how we get deep with your personal questions when you join our community. Our community members get instant access to us so we can guide you in your twin flame journey, help you stay on path and stop pushing in your connection while you keep magnetizing your soul. Catch our 30% discount and learn exactly how to work through the energy and what draws your person in and what pushes them away. And if you like our content, remember to subscribe to our channel. And without further ado, on to the video.
Hello, my loves. So this is a special video we're adding on for you guys for YouTube. Basically, one of our clients who reached this form of like soul, and their person showed up, and while balancing their person, they got in mind. And so we will add a little snippet of how to balance your connection when you have detox and your soul magically brings them to you, and how to work through not getting in mind again.
Here's the question. I recently detoxed and I ran into my person. They wanted to get together, but mine got so excited in anticipation of seeing them that I think I pushed them to mine too much. How can I handle this? I'm feeling ashamed to have called as well. What do I do? Wow.
Such a beautiful, I know, it's such a beautiful. So first, we're going to wooza, right? When you're aligned with soul, your soul brings you ways to balance your soul. No matter how crazy or weird, right? It's really magical how they can just show up randomly like that. And that's what happens when they show up randomly. So this is where balancing comes in. When they show up randomly because you've detoxed and you've aligned with soul, this is the time for you to not let mind be able to run it anymore, because that's what the detox was all about, is to learn and maneuver the addictive energy. And I'm so proud of you that you were able to, like, in your question, you can be like, I went back into soul, I went back out of mind. And that's something you have to keep doing. So that's why they kept coming again. They showed up again the second time, and you got to interact and engage again, because you're constantly bringing yourself back to soul. And you know, when there's an opportunity for you guys to meet up, you have to stay back in soul. The way that I would handle this the next day when we're about to meet or could meet, I don't care. I don't have a preference. It's like, okay, cool. It'd be nice if we saw each other. And if we didn't, it's totally cool too, because they're you. Like, what's the excitement and hurry other than it's from mind? Because mind is anticipating, mind is excited, mind is trying to make this something. When you are already one, you are already together through soul, and soul has no preference. And so when we were first having those engagement interactions that I could balance the energy, and I remember when we're supposed to meet, I put myself in this very peaceful place where I didn't care if we met or didn't meet. I was just in such a peaceful place. And I think mine took over because it got excited, and that's okay. You're fine, love. There's nothing to worry about. Just so you guys know, when it comes to balancing, mine comes over and then you wooza and you bring it back to now. They're going to keep coming in ways to show. So who cares? Don't judge yourself. Don't judge that you pushed. don't worry. It's okay. At this point, going forward, you have to just keep this place of zen and calmness and peace to where if you are ready to engage and interact again, you have to maintain that place where mind is not involved, where mind doesn't try to figure out the call. It's almost like you don't trust soul enough. And so now I'm going to take over. I'm going to take over and run this because I trust soul so much that if soul isn't ready for me to handle this, I trust it. And so if they don't call me today and we don't meet up, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Like I'm in a place of zen. I'm in a place of peace. But I guarantee you staying in that energy allows that space for them to still keep coming. Kind of like when they kept showing up to see you, you kept bringing yourself back to soul. You have to consciously do that. Don't try to think you have to do something to make that your soul keep showing up when you are your soul. With this connection, it is just a soul energy. It's soul playing itself, soul dancing with itself. So with balancing this connection and balancing how they come in, this is when you hold your energy in, you pull that energy in, you bring it back to soul. You have no preference. You have no expectations. You're allowing your soul to show you when you're in soul, and when you're in soul and they're here, you dance with that. You don't have mind involved to try to control it, because I think that's what it feels like. When mind's involved, it tries to control it and it tries to figure it out. It gets all excited and stuff. And that's when you lose that and you're like, okay, because then I would choose to be the one that says I'm not ready. If I'm in that energy where I have to call them, I'm not ready. Screw this. I'm gonna turn off my phone. It's not to play games. This is your energy. This is for you. This isn't for them. They show up for the ride. Don't engage until you're ready to balance the connection. Don't feel like you have to, because this is all your soul can bring. Your soul's going to keep bringing you more. It's so magical in the middle of the day without any anticipation or expectation. You think it's not going to bring you more magical scenarios like that? Your soul is so magical. It's going to keep bringing more stuff like this. Get mine out of the way, because mine is not involved when it comes to soul. It has to be completely out of the way to allow soul to completely take over from here on out. Or at least when you engage, minimize the way to control and figure this out. If they come back in, if and when they come back in, no preference or expectations, right? You're not waiting for it to happen. You're still co-creating with soul. When that happens, you have to remind yourself to bring yourself back, to remind yourself that you're priority. Because choosing to contact them, choosing to change your behaviors and interactions for them, no longer aligning with soul, is out of intent. You got to be able to stay in soul so they can meet you and stay. You stay in soul so they can stay in your vicinity. You'll have more of these. These are so cool. I love hearing things like this. I know this is scary and like crazy, and it's like, whoa, what? But really think of it like it's my soul. My soul is telling me I'm aligned. It's reminding me to realign.
First, I want to say this question really, really shows why we made our balancing product, because this happens all too often, I think, is that you detox from your person and your soul shows up, right? Your soul shows up, and then it's like you don't know what to do. The mind doesn't know what to do. It goes cray again. And that's why we wanted to be able to handhold you guys when this happens. So that's the first thing I want to say. It's really, really a tough transition from detoxing into now being around your person and engaging in that energy. But I really want to highlight something that this question talked about. I think it's really, really important to highlight this. You said in your question that you were trying to stay out of mind. That's a really important thing, because notice that your person sought you out. You were staying out of mind. You were staying out of mind so much purposely, not purposely, but you were making the conscious decision to not go and say hi to him when you saw him. And therefore, what happened? He saw you. He waved to you. He started interacting with you. He mentioned, let's get together another day. Let's get together. I really want to see you, right? He did that because you were intentionally staying out of mind. That is proof of soul and how magical and how easy it is to get your soul to be drawn to you when you're out of the mind. Then look what happens. You went into mind, my love, and that's okay. It's okay. I don't want you to beat yourself up or judge yourself, because this is hard. This is hard. But you went into mind getting excited about seeing them. And then what did you start doing? You started doing. And let's back up to the day you didn't have to do anything. You intentionally actually avoiding doing anything, and they kept seeking you out. Soul kept seeking itself. But then you get into mind and you start thinking you need to do, and you start calling. And that's where the energy starts leaking out and pushing into your person, and they can't reach you anymore. They just can't. They can no longer have that clear pathway to get straight to you, because suddenly you're all push energy. So the next time this happens, I want you to be very, very aware that you already know what to do, because you did it. You did it when you saw them and they haven't seen you yet. You moved out of the way and they drew you out. That's what needs to be done. You let them lead. There's nothing on your end that needs to be done. Balancing is learning to allow soul to guide the way without mind needing to do anything. Soul will do it all for you, and you trust that. And then you engage through soul and not mind. That's what balancing is. Trust, let soul guide the way, let soul do the heavy lifting, and all you need to do is remain in a place of no preference and expectations. And that's the sweet spot where your soul can be as one.
Ooh, I love it. Ooh, so good. Soul leads the way. Let soul lead the way in balancing. Love you so much. Bye, loves.
Love you guys. Bye.